rojak was delicious.
Yes.
It was Singapore's favorite national dish, and we should not be ashamed or even make fun of it. Diverse views are coming together in a coalition government will be far more representative of the diverse groups of people in society. To be a stable government, the partners in the coalition will need to accommodate each other's interests and concerns, and as a result will become a broad-based government that will take care of the interests of all partners and their supporters. Coalition governments are common across the world today. More than 75 countries have some form of a coalition government. The experience of many developed countries with coalition governments has shown us that they can produce stable governments, social cohesion, and credible economic performance. They have also nurtured great global companies and innovative thinkers. Finland has had coalition governments for 94 years, since 1917, and experienced its most stable government since independence under a rainbow coalition of 5 parties. Their rainbow coalition is not unlike our rojak, but without the sprinkle of nuts and spice. That's why ours tastes better. But rainbow is beautiful. It also boasts of one of the better known global companies, Nokia. So if coalition government is so bad, why do they have such things? Nokia, stable government. What do we have? Denmark, with a population of about 5 million, has at least 13 Nobel Prize winners. Singapore, with a similar population, has none. Even the United Kingdom, which has a coalition government since last year, has its share of great companies and has not seen them or investments leave the country. Only yesterday, we read that a Singaporean tycoon, my good old schoolmate from Arai, has invested a few $100 million in a British company. You know what his name is? So we were very wary when PAP tells you that coalition governments will frighten away investments. That's simply not true. Singaporeans should not fear, but must be prepared for the eventuality of a coalition government. Like-minded individuals and political parties in the opposition will need to get together more often and build themselves into a cohesive and potent force. We should also reach out to members and supporters of the PAP who are disillusioned with their current party leadership and want to continue contributing to Singapore in a meaningful way. Together with them, we can forge a powerful combined majority to serve Singapore. In the next few years, I will dedicate my effort to building up this broad coalition of forces and strengthening our ranks with many more talented Singaporeans who have the passion to serve Singapore. We must work towards being in a position to offer ourselves as a credible alternative government in the next general election. It is our duty to do so. We owe it to the people of Singapore to fill the leadership vacuum that exists today. We live in exciting times. We have reached a critical turning point in our political history. We, you and me, have been a part of this process that stretched over the last 2 elections. We should write a book about our journey so that it can serve as an inspiration for future generations of Singaporeans. I have discussed this with some of the principal players and they all supported the idea. It is too good an opportunity to be missed. Thank you. I just saw Dr. Ang coming in. Just talking about a book that we promised to write. I think before the general election, Dr. Ang and myself, or Dr. Ang promised to write a book, he just wrote me in about fear, about difficulty of getting people to stand as candidates. So this is the book that we are going to write. And we will have more people, we are roping in more people to write about it. It is too good an opportunity to be missed to write this book. Few nations, if any, have ever held 2 nationwide elections in a span of 4 months. Fewer still are key leaders who took part in both elections. The book will be the story of extraordinary men and women who fought Singapore's 2011 general election in May and the presidential election in August. Together with their loyal and dedicated supporters, they displayed great courage and conviction, and in so doing, changed the political landscape of Singapore forever. You and me have changed the political landscape for Singapore forever. It will be an inspirational book that provides an analysis of the presidential election and the general election with a focus on the themes of courage and maturity and what these 2 elections and the response of Singaporeans portend for the future of Singapore. It is a book written by players, not bystanders. Each player describes a personal journey in his or her own perspective. The book aims to inspire, inform, and acknowledge Singaporeans for their role in positively changing the political landscape of Singapore and helping her move towards a more mature democracy. We target to launch the book before Christmas. It's quite a call. I mean, it's quite a challenge, but we will work towards it. Courage and maturity, a political transformation, a journey from GE to PE. Alright, very long. Still have not decided which one to take and which one to take out. But it will be a book worth writing, and it will be a document of our history. This is a critical turning point in our political history. I think the political landscape has changed, and we are part of it. So if you don't see us accepting your invitations to lunch or dinner, you know what we are doing. Busy writing, burning our midnight oil. We have a long and exciting road ahead. We must engage our supporters and the community on a continuing basis. In addition to the book, a group of us plan to organize a number of community outreach activities such as forum discussions, tuition centers, care centers for children, the elderly, and people with special needs, and legal and medical clinics for the poor. These activities need resources and volunteers. We are working out the plans now and we'll share them with you soon. Meanwhile, please enjoy the rest of the lunch, if there's still lunch left. But there is always camaraderie among your friends and fellow travelers. Once again, thank you very much for all your support in my presidential campaign. I hope to see you again in the months and years ahead as we work together for a better Singapore for all.